Hello, this is Mark Monlux, and I'm hosting Epic Sketch Time this week. It is Tuesday, June 21st. Introductions. I do couple of web comics. One's called The Comic Critic, and the other one is called The Return of Stickman.
Am I supposed to introduce myself now?
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Hi, guys. My name is Lynn Andrews. I used to do the webcomic Six Color Stories, which will probably never ever come back. I don't know. I work on various private projects now. So yeah, and I still bum around in the webcomic gang. Woo. That's my exciting intro.
I'm going to be going to a conference for the International Forum of Visual Practitioners, and they asked me to do a presentation on doing whiteboard videos.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I'm going to be busy doing that, and if I sound distracted, it's because I'm still typing in addresses.
Oh, it's all good.
I'm kind of. I've never asked anyone else if they could add in people on their end. Can you invite people onto this, or is it strictly me?
I can try. Let's see. Did anyone else join you? See, I'm starting to feel like anytime I decide to actually join in, things go horribly wrong, and it's my fault.
No. Things have gone so horribly wrong in the past. I don't think you were here at the time where we had to restart it 3 times simply because the Hangout was not functioning properly.
I think the last time I joined in, we had 3 different Hangouts going on at the same time, and it's not letting me add anyone because it's already the people that you've added are the people that I would be adding.
Ah, okay. I just added Sean Pope. Let's see. Ooh, here's somebody who might show up.
So welcome, gang, to Epic Sketch Time, where we have fun trying to figure out Google Hangouts.
And it could just be that some people are not, it is hitting that summer holidays, and this is the first week where people have their kids off from school.
Yes. In my case, it's my birthday tomorrow, so,
Oh, it is?
It's good that it was today. So.
Oh, you wouldn't be here if it was today? You'd be out?
Yeah, I'd probably be, well, I don't know, I don't know. I have no idea what my husband has planned for tomorrow.
Does he have plans?
He does. Because he's had to keep our son from revealing them. We have a 4-year-old who still doesn't understand that there's, things called surprises.
Well, at 4 years old, I would imagine everything's pretty much a surprise.
Oh, true. Well, I think I'll bring my camera down. I'm not working on any art tonight. I actually just did that because why not? Today was the day to learn how to knit. So that's my artistic endeavor for today.
I'm knitting tonight.
I know how to crochet, and that's what I've grown up doing. And I've never been successful at knitting, but whatever. Should we maybe try again, or?
No. No one is texting me directly, so I'm checking the message board, and I'm not seeing anything there. I'm thinking we just might have a very light turnout today. This happens occasionally.
Okay then.
So I'm going to try. Oh, I can do something. If you happen to be watching this on the Google Hangout and you're in the browser and you're clicking and you're trying to get into this room, you can't do it unless you're invited in. Basically, you're on a browser page that only allows you to watch. So what you need to do is to quit the browser page that you're on, get rid of that tab altogether, stop watching this, go into your Google profile page, send me a direct text message, do a direct hangout with me that's strictly text, and make sure that I have your email or your name, and I'll send you an invite. I pretty much have invited all the regulars at this time, and if you have not received an invite, or if by chance it hasn't shown up in your mailbox, or if you've tried to click on either one of those and it is not functioning for you, send me a message and I will send another invite.
If that doesn't work, you can also message me at 6Color Stories, or let us know on Twitter if things aren't working.
Yeah, my Twitter handle is Mark Monlux. That's just how it sounds. MERKMONLUX. I used to say like Lux Soap, but nobody remembers Lux Soap anymore. The big giant. So now I say X as an X-ray because they think I'm saying something else.
My Twitter handle is 6Color Stories, numeral 6Color, the U.S. standard spelling, no U, and stories. So, yeah.
I'm thinking that tonight I'm going to start. Actually, I think I'll do a Stickman strip that I have in my head.
There we go.
I'll put that up on the screen so we'll have something.
Have something to actually look at.
Now, I was talking to a friend of mine on the East Coast named Daniel Abraham.
Mm-hmm.
And Daniel is a lawyer. He used to be way back when, he used to be an illustrator. And then he got interested in copyright law and finding out about the legal issues because he was art issues. And so he became an attorney. And he tends to specialize in, he'll do anything because he's an attorney and you have to do anything when you're an attorney. Just like when you're a graphic artist, you have to do anything.
Yes.
But he and I have been friends for a couple of decades now. We met through the Graphic Artists Guild. I am looking for a Photoshop file to open up for my Stickman. Anyway, so he and I have been talking about possibly doing some sort of vlog cast together.
Oh, cool.
We've been talking about this for years. And one of the things that's been stopping us, in a way, has been the fact that whenever I ask him to, search out a particular type of software or something, he seems to kind of drop the ball. And I finally wiggled it out of him that he has absolutely no social media skills. He doesn't have a Facebook account or a Twitter account, and is a bit of a technical Luddite, as it were. So I am trying to convince him to get a first stage one. One is to get him to have a Google account, a profile, so that we can just do a basic Google Hangout. And do something like this.
Yeah.
Where we can talk about copyright and just, unedited, just do our dialogues, our conversations, and post, and then have it automatically go up, as opposed to spending any time whatsoever in trying to sound edit something, because right now I don't have the time to do anything like that, and he has that whole Luddite thing working against him. So I
But it
think,
would probably be really beneficial to have that, because a lot of people don't probably know enough when it comes to copyright law, get screwed over.
yeah. So, and I'm saying, just my hardest part with him is trying to convince him to kind of organize your thoughts ahead of time, so we're not just rambling. Because I want to keep videos short. I want to keep them no longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I don't listen to podcasts that much unless I'm on them. I know other people. About the only thing I watch on YouTube is Crash Course with John Green and
Oh yeah.
I love those. Very. Okay, I'm going to switch over to my screen. There we go.
Yay! Let's see if anyone's... No messages on Twitter.
I think it's just you and me, Lynn.
Awesome. Oh, goodness.
Now I have another very private Hangout group that I do, and we've scheduled it weekly. We're all supposed to get together and talk about the books that we're writing.
Mhm.
But I would say that 3/4 of the time, no one can make it.
Now, is that because people are busy working on their books, or just life?
They're busy, they're busy with projects, or it's the wrong time of the evening.
Yeah.
Initially, everyone was reporting in on a regular basis about their books, but after 4 meetings where everyone just is talking about their books ideas and not really progressing into actually working on their books, I think they kind of got discouraged about what because the meeting is supposed to drive you to work on your books a little bit.
Yeah.
So
well, I think one of the... Oh, sorry.
What was the last word you said?
I was just going to say, I think that might be one of the things here, too, is that we've got East Coast and West Coast. So, like, right now I'm on the East Coast, so it's, it's almost 11 o'clock here. I know...
Really? I thought you were on the West
Coast. Yeah. No, I'm originally from Washington, but we live in New York. So that might be why you thought I was West Coast.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm actually going to be out in Washington end of July for...
At the end of July, the very tail end of July, that's when I'm leaving town to go to the East Coast.
We're on the East Coast.
Oh, I'm going to be going to D.C. It's for the convention
cool.
I was mentioning about.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll mainly be in like northern Seattle area, and it's really just a quick trip. I have friends who are getting married, so just a quick little and right back home. I wish I could. Normally when I come over, I normally stay for like 2 weeks to a month, sometimes 2 months, so that time to see everyone, since we only come over every couple years or so.
So are you from this side originally then?
Yes, I'm from Spokane.
My favorite store in Spokane is Bo Radley's.
I knew you were going to say that. That's everyone's favorite store. Hard not to like that store.
And I usually go over there at least once a year, if not more. My wife goes over there for business at least once a year.
Ah.
And when she had to stay overnight, I would travel with her so that we could road trip together. And thus hit the Bo Radley's.
I grew up there, and then before we moved to New York, I lived in the city for a while. So I'm very familiar with the whole area, and plus, apparently, almost all my friends from college have now moved over there, so I keep very busy when I visit.
What's one of your favorite spots in Spokane?
Oh man. Actually, most of my favorite spots are no longer there. like almost every restaurant I grew up really liking is no longer. There used to be this really awesome burrito place over by Gonzaga that's not there. Trying to think what's still around. I mean, you've got the quintessential stuff. If you're taking someone there for the first time, or you want them to have the Spokane experience, you've got to stop by the Trash Goat and Bradley's and stuff. Honestly, the main thing I like about that area is just the access to, be able to go hiking or whatever up Mount Spokane. One of my favorite things to do is to just go driving in the Green Bluff area. I don't know if you've been out there. That's where all the farms and stuff are. Where I actually grew up in the valley, so I was only 10 minutes away from going out to the area and stuff. So I have very fond memories of being an angsty teenager and escaping out in the car and just driving around that whole area.
I went to school over in Ellensburg.
Did you go to Central?
Yes, I'm a Central alumnus.
I didn't graduate from there, but I went there for 3 years.
Oh, you did? Did you take any of the art classes there?
I was in drawing for a couple weeks. I was a music major, so I never was able to really work it out. And I finally got it to work out, and I ended up having to drop the class because of seeing issues. But yeah, I went to Central Washington for 3 years as a music major before I transferred to University of Idaho.
So what dorm did you stay in?
Freshman dorm was Davies or something like that.
Oh, I remember Davies. Okay.
And then sophomore, I stayed in. They had renovated Sue Lombard and whatever the name of the other one that was right next to it.
Yeah.
So I stayed in. I got my own private room my sophomore year in Sue Lombard, overlooking the avenue or whatever the main street is that goes through there.
My first, I think, the first couple of quarters, I was inside Moore.
Oh, yep.
And then got tired of having 3 roommates, wanted to get down to just one. One of those roommates and I were able to move over to Almonte.
Oh, yeah.
And I pretty much stayed at El Monte. I got the first time I moved over there wasn't a great room, just down the floor, one of the side ones. But then the next year, no, or later on that year, I was able to get into a corner room
Oh, nice.
with a friend of mine, and I was able to keep that corner room for I think I got it the next year as well.
Oh, nice.
Up on the third floor, so there was never anyone trampling overhead, you know.
Yep.
So this was back in 1982 is when I started going.
Oh, cool. I went from 2006 to 2009. So my first year there, they had just opened the new student union building, which I actually see the old one when I was part of a Gates Grant Foundation for scholarships, and they held like one of our testing things in the old student union building. But now I remember I just finished building new dorms right across the street from the music building. Well, the newer music building. Of course, the year I left. So. But I really loved it. It was a great campus. Ellensburg was a fantastic little town. It was great, just to bike around. And
I can't tell you the number of times I flew kites in the graveyard there. It was a nearly monthly pastime with me and my friends to go do that.
Our thing was to bike up to the water tower.
Did you ever climb up the water tower?
No, they had it all fenced off. They made it so you couldn't climb it. I mean, I'm sure other people were able to do it, but I wasn't quite that rebellious.
Yeah, there's probably a reason why they fenced it off. Too many people climbing up the top of that thing. I remember standing on the edge of that cliff up there.
Yeah, that they don't fenced off. But
Now, one of my friends, a guy named Lloyd Weatherford, he introduced me into this. He introduced me into a lot of fun pastimes, about that I would never have discovered in Ellensburg without him. And one of them was junking. And junking, well, if you're a farmer, you don't want to go and leave a bunch of junk on your own piece of property. You want to keep a nice, clean farm, right?
Yeah.
And if you have a cow that's sick, you don't want to kill it on your property, and you don't want an inspector coming and finding that sick cow there, because that means all your other cows are going to have to be quarantined or what have you. So you take the cow out to a place that's kind of known as a dumping spot. Put the cow down and just leave it for the vultures or what have you, or for art students to come and collect a perfectly neat little hole in its skull. And so I would
sorry.
So we'd go out junking and look for stuff that we could use in our art projects. Everything from old milk cans with the bottoms rusted out to, one time I found a barn owl, which you're not supposed to kill barn owls, but there's this dead barn owl, and that made a fun little art project.
Oh my gosh. So were they doing Hoyt when you were there?
Hoyt. What was Hoyt?
The annual softball game between the music department and art department.
No, that wasn't there. We had an annual lip syncing competition. And my group came in, I think we came in first place one year because we did we lip synced New York, New York, but only one guy was singing. The rest of us were just cast members of this ensemble of this poor guy getting mugged, beat up, flashed, whatever, while he was in New York. And the crowd just ate it up. Another thing, I was with this really interesting group of graphic artists. We had a lot of interesting fun there and would do things that the administration really didn't like too much. Like we started an underground newspaper. Most of us were on the campus newspaper, but you couldn't write anything for the campus newspaper because it's all being done by the literary majors. And oh my God, it was so boring as hell. So we did this alternative newspaper, got just enough advertising from it because, you know, like I said, most of us were working at the other place and we're doing advertising ads for the other guys anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But that lasted for 1 year. We did it for, I think, 3 issues came out. We did a lot of weird pop stuff, or Dada type events.
Mm-hmm.
The most successful one was the 5-pound magnet campaign.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So you know how, you know, student there's, you'll elect a student president, student treasurer. Who knows what they do besides go on to try to become governors or what have you?
Yeah. Which cracks me up thinking of someone like doing that at Central, but you know.
So, how do you spell? Oh, hang on. I was going to ask you how to spell pistachio, but then I realized the word I wanted was cashew. I know how to spell cashew. So suddenly, all these posters started popping up around Central. This was our campaign. It said, "Vote for 5-pound magnet for a student president." And then at the Student Union building, we were handing out bags of popcorn, you know, those white and red striped bags. But we had, they were silk screen bags that we put together, and they said, "Hot, fresh, delicious, 5-pound magnet." And we kept this weird little campaign going. And everybody was wondering who 5-pound magnet was. And then it came time for the student council debate, right? So there's the guy up at the podium, and so 2 of my friends walked in. They're looking very much like the Blues Brothers, you know, the suits, black glasses. One of them is carrying a briefcase that's handcuffed to his wrist, and they're thinking, okay, one of these guys is 5-pound magnet, and then they open up the suitcase at the front, and they take out of the briefcase a 5-pound magnet, and they put it on the podium, and then they just walked away, and the place just went nuts. And so even though 5-pound magnet wasn't on the ballot, the write-in votes was a landslide for 5-pound magnet. They had some of the highest turnout for the vote that year that they ever had.
So what did they end up doing in that situation?
Well, it was brought to everyone's attention that 5-pound magnet was not enrolled at Central Washington University and thus was not eligible as student council president.
Oh my gosh.
So that was a tremendous amount of fun.
That sounds like it.
I had my 4 years at Elms in Central were some of the funnest years I ever had. Okay, so I'm going to share my, if you look on my monitor, I'm going to present to you. So I'm working on my strip and I'm writing the dialogue. And basically I do this by writing over an old strip just so I know where everything roughly goes.
Okay.
You can see I put a lot of effort into it. So the gag on this strip is I was suggesting names for a friend of mine. They named a rooster that had gone rogue, that wasn't doing his job. They nicknamed him Dinner. And then because they knew they were going to have to slaughter him and eat him because as soon as it got another rooster that start to do the job for him. So they got a new rooster. The rooster's old enough to be a rooster. So Dinner got the axe. And so I started posting on the page, well, now I know what I'm going to call my chickens when I get them. I'm going to call them Cashew, Orange, and now I need some other chicken recipe names. Mandarin? No.
Teriyaki?
Kung
Pao? Kung Pao?
Oh, how do you spell Kung Pao?
Let me, I'll Google. Because just to be correct.
Oh, Tandoori. There we go.
Yeah, sorry. Everything that comes to mind for some reason is French, and that's not correct. It's K-U-G-P-A-O.
K-U-G.
Oh, sorry, K-U-N-G.
Oh, K-U-N-G.
My bad.
Kung.
P-O, or P-A-O.
P-A-U.
P-A-O.
P-A-O. Okay.
And that's also not how you spell tandoori.
That's not how you spell tandoori.
No, it's T-A-N. P-A-N-D. And then it's O-O-R-I.
Tandoori. Okay. Like indoor.
Do fried?
I think I don't feel comfortable calling a chicken fried. That's like calling him sweet. Well, I could possibly get away with sweet.
Dude.
Dude chicken?
Stewed chicken, yeah, like
stew. Stew. Okay, I'm going to put that right next to fried. Let's see.
So wait, you're doing sweat chicken?
Oh, God.
That's an interesting name. I don't want to know that recipe.
Now, these were just coming to me really fast. You know how it is when you're on Facebook and you're totally procrastinating and you're just coming up with lots of good ideas.
Oh, yeah.
So now I'm going to go on the Facebook and look for that particular diatribe.
Butter chicken is a type of chicken, too.
What type of chicken?
Butter chicken. It's another type of, like, Indian.
Jerk chicken?
Well, there's that, but butter chicken, like as in a stick of butter.
Oh, butter.
It's not made with like a stick of butter. It's just it's another recipe. It's similar to tandoori. Oh no, did I mess up?
Did I distract you from your...
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm still going strong. Hooray. I have a friend that knits, and this is the stuff he left me. So he will get my first crappy scarf in hot pink. Because if anyone could rock hot pink, it would be
This friend of yours?
Yep. Also, I don't like the color pink, so I figured it worked out as a yarn tee for my first project. So.
Okay, I found some of my other suggestions. So there's coconut. And let's see, we've got... what else did I write down?
General South.
Oh, that's great.
let me look up that one.
How do you?
I think it's TSAO. So let me. Oh no. Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's general, and then it's TSO apparently.
TSO. Okay.
Apostrophe S if we're being tech. You know, you could just do TSO and call it good.
Oh, T apostrophe S O. Okay.
And now I don't know where I was at in my crap.
And let's see. Garlic. Because I'm really thinking these are names I will actually name my chickens when I do get them.
Are you getting chickens?
Oh, we plan to get chickens one of these days. Tacoma, you can have up to 6 chickens, but no roosters.
Oh, that's the same for Maple Valley.
Now I don't know what their stance is on capons. Because my wife loves capons. And we usually have one for Thanksgiving because they're bigger than a chicken, but they're smaller than a turkey. And if there's just 2 of you for Thanksgiving, it turns out to be just the right size.
Yeah.
Oh,
is Tacoma part of King County?
No, Tacoma's part of Pierce County.
Okay, that's right. I couldn't remember. King County is the same rule. 6 chickens. No roosters. My in-laws keep chickens.
Now I have some vegetarian friends who, now is it sandwich or sandwich?
It's sand and then W-I-C-H.
Okay.
I always want to add an extra W. I mean, extra H.
You want to add in like a witch sandwich? Witch?
Yes, yes. Every time.
Okay, so let's see. What other things cashew
salad?
Orange, salad?
Good. Chicken salad.
Yeah.
Curry.
Salad is a good name.
There's a curry chicken.
Now, is it jerked chicken or jerk chicken?
I believe it's jerked.
Yeah, I don't want to go with a verb. So, what was the
There-
suggestion you had?
Curry.
Oh, yes. I have curry. That was one I had on Facebook.
Let's see. Alfredo.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, that's great. My camera not pointing at anything.
Alfredo. Now, I think Alfredo's just with one D.
Yes. Do you have barbecue? Bourbon.
BBQ. Well,
Do BBQ or bourbon. Bourbon chicken.
oh, bourbon. Now, bourbon is Buroun.
No. It's
See, I don't drink.
I believe it's B-O-U. It's B-O-U-R B-O-N.
Bourbeon.
B-O-N. Yeah. Which funny enough, just typing in bourbon, Google autofills it with bourbon chicken. So, you know.
Stowe says he's stuck out. Hang on. I'm going to invite him in.
Who is it?
Stowe.
Woo!
Oh.
So, for anyone watching, if you ever need names for chickens, apparently I'm your gal. I am the master at naming chickens, apparently. Woo!
So bourbon is B O.
B-O-U.
Okay.
B-O-U-R.
Yeah. Hang on, my
B-O-N.
program's stuck.
Is Stowe joining?
Stowe should be. Why is this not working?
Oh, I have to pause momentarily. Get back. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, hold on a moment.
I don't know why, but for some reason I can't seem to select the item on my layer. There we go. Going to take a moment to
Okay, I'm back.
Awesome.
My husband just returned from watching the U.S. soccer thing.
Oh, did the U.S. do any good, or?
No. Spoiler alert. So, did someone else, did Stowe join? Or?
Well, the thing is, it is now 8:30, and it's time when we normally go off the air.
Oh, okay.
So he's probably. I sent him a couple texts and a couple more invites, but he didn't get it. So
I'm fine signing off.
Okay. Thanks for joining us tonight, Lynn. This was fun, just you and I.
Hey, we'll talk about Central.
And chicken names. What more
Yes,
could you possibly want?
which apparently I am awesome at coming up with chicken names based off of food.
So good night, and I'll see you next week.
Farewell.